Are you gay? Hey guys, Nick here. I have some questions I have received over there. Many months I've been doing this, and today I am trying to answer some of those questions. The first is, why are you wearing women's clothing as a man? The true meaning behind that, or the true reason behind that, is because I enjoy it. I like to kind of mix and match feminine and masculine. And I think it's very, very important that men who have this desire or urge or whatever is comfortable to wear it, because it helps every one of us. And to me, I think women's clothes are fantastic. They are really beautiful, a lot of it at least. Not everything, but most of it is. And I think it's important that we do it. Compared to men's department, we only have like jeans, t-shirts, shirts, pretty boring, which is okay sometimes. I wear that also quite often, but sometimes I wanna, separate myself a little bit, and I just enjoy wearing it. I think it looks good, and some don't think it looks good, and that's perfectly fine. Are you trying to be a woman or change your gender? No, I'm not. I am 100% a man. I will always be a man. I feel like a man, so I guess I'm a man. I just enjoy mixing and matching. Nothing more to it. Do you think it makes you less masculine? No. I think masculinity and femininity exists on a spectrum. So at one side you have masculine, ultra masculine, and then on the other side you have ultra feminine. And most people exist somewhere between, and so do I. And the thing is, I am probably, maybe I'm a little bit more towards the feminine aspect or spectrum, but that doesn't mean that I can't do all kind of other things. I don't know what defines the either or, but I'm in between, a little bit towards the feminine, but that's just who I am. And does it make me less masculine? I guess you can say that, because I'm more towards feminine, but I don't know, I don't care. What even is masculinity to you? Someone asked me that. I think I've answered that a little bit, but masculinity to me is the courage to stand out and be comfortable in standing out. And I think it's all about knowing your own worth and standing your ground on what you believe in. And it's okay people don't like it. It's okay people think you're weird or hate you or think you're disgusting. But true masculinity comes from within, just like femininity. It's all about standing your ground and be comfortable with people saying, looking terrible. Okay, well, that's your opinion, fine. So that's, to me, is what masculinity is all about. Is this just for attention or shock value? No. No, it's not. I couldn't care less. I think it's about, I always had this desire in me. It took me a long time to be comfortable expressing it outwards. And I think what I'm going through, a lot of men out there are also going through. So I want to be an inspiration, because I think, maybe I look horrible too, I don't know, but I think the thing to me is that I don't want to dress up and look like an ugly man wearing a dress. I have this image of it, I don't know why. There's this Danish comedian who does it, and I have this image of him dressed up, and I'm so afraid that that's me, because we need people like Timothy Chalamet, or we need people who are comfortable mixing it. So more men should honestly just do it if they want to, of course. And hopefully there'll be boys or other men who think like, I'm gonna have that desire too. So, but this dude does it, so I can do too. How do people react to me in public? If I have high heels on, they look at me. I usually only wear high heels during nighttime, because I can't be asked to wear high heels during the day. So I only wear it during nighttime, because that's where I think it's the most appropriate. But a lot of people, especially women or girls, come up to me and say, "Oh my God, you're so cool," but I think that's pretty much it. It's very rarely I have been met with hostility. It has happened, yes, but it's the odd one out, I would say. So people are pretty supportive, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Have you ever doubted yourself or felt embarrassed? I'm taking the questions, sorry guys, I'm taking the questions and I have rewritten them so it sounded better, because that was kind of the essence people asked me about. Have I ever felt embarrassed or doubted myself? Yes, of course. I doubt myself every day, actually, and I doubt myself and I embarrass myself not every day, but often. But is it regarding to this? Yes, of course, I have been ashamed. Else I wouldn't be trying to push this, because I think it's important that we conquer our fears. I wish that I had been more open about this 10 years ago when I was in my early 20s. I was afraid, but one day I decided that now enough is enough. I have to be honest with me and my partner and everything else, that I like this, and you know what? Honestly, people don't really give a damn, okay? And do you feel embarrassed? Yes, of course. I do feel a little bit scared, because I'm afraid that I just look ridiculous, that I just look horrible. I just look odd or weird, or not weird in that cool sense, you know, but just weird. I think there are very few cool men who can mix and match masculinity and femininity in terms of clothing and makeup, etc. without, you know, and I think the reason there's so few of them is because it requires you to be authentic, and it requires you to not be embarrassed. Because if you're embarrassed, it makes everything look worse, right? But yes, I do feel myself. But I also feel myself when I wear whatever manly clothing. So yes, I do, and it's perfectly fine. We just have to conquer it, and honestly, we are ourselves own biggest critic. Would you still do this if no one supported you? I'm fortunate to have a girlfriend who supports me. She has her limits, mainly because as she said, she is with a man. She doesn't like women, and again, as I said, I'm not a woman. I'm not trying to be one, but you know, she will tell me if I look too weird, because sometimes it does. I like to mix and match, so maybe I have very normal guy clothing. That's so weird to say that, but normal manly apparel, and then I would have full face of makeup, because then you have the contrast. But you have to look good in what you do. You shouldn't go out and say, I want to wear a dress just because I want to wear a dress, and then you just find whatever dress you want, and you just put some random outfit together and you just look horrible. No one wants to view that. Nobody. Doesn't matter if you're good looking or bad looking. I mean, it's just so to answer that question, yes, I would definitely do it. Would I be as comfortable as I am now? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I would do it more in the closet. I don't know. It's hard to say. What would you say to men who feel curious but are too afraid to try? I would say do it. As I always said, and you can watch my YouTube channel, it's not about just you. I think you're thinking, oh, the world is centered around me. But there are so many men out there, so many boys and guys out there who wanna try and break the gender norms, but they are afraid to, because I think because there are no cool gender breaking heroes or characters. Yes, they're starting to pop up and it's really awesome, but most of them are traditional, you know. So I would say do it. We need to normalize it, and we need to make sure, and the only way we can normalize this is if we do it, and we can't just wait for it. And honestly, you shouldn't. Of course, if you don't feel comfortable wearing, 10-inch heel shoes outside, perfectly fine. I usually don't either. But let's say you're going to a party somewhere in another town. Do it. Do it. You will feel amazing. I guarantee you, people, as I said, are very supporting in the nightlife. Yes, some assholes exist. That's how the world is. But do it. One of my superheroes, are you gay? This is the most common question I have received. No. I think you can say I am bisexual, but I have a strong preference for women. But I like feminine people, so if a man is very feminine, why not? If I'm attracted to him, I don't care. So, but I'm with a girlfriend and we have kids together, so I mean, I'm not really on the market anymore, so, but. And the last question, where do you draw the line between self-expression and identity? That's a tough one. I have every question, I have all the elements and central questions from every question I've been asked, put into ChatGPT to give me a coherent question. That's why they are a little bit weird. So yes, they are through ChatGPT right now, but it's questions you guys have asked. I think it's important that you understand who you are as a person. What are your core values? To me, it's honor, it's respect, it's the courage to express yourself and be yourself even in uncomfortable positions. And it's also about being a little bit smart about things. But typically that is my identity. And I like tattoos, and I like working out a little bit, and I like, makeup, and I like nails, clothing, etc. But again, you also want to express yourself, right? So you add the self-expression on top of your identity so that they're coherent. It's best if you can kind of say, okay, my identity is this, I'm a man, I like makeup, so hey, try and be self-expressive in the way that you put on some makeup. You don't have to go full glam, you can put on a little bit. So your self-expressive you should be kind of an extension of who you are. Of course, you should try and make it appropriate. Hopefully that answers that question. Maybe not. So we'll see about that. Anyway, guys, I have thought about a quick question for you guys who have lasted till the end. I've thought about, doing a Patreon. And that's not because I need your money. No, absolutely not. Why I'm doing is because I really want to show more outfits. I want to show you more styles, more shoes, but it's very expensive. And if I had, a little bit of support from you guys, then there's a good chance that I can upload way more than I do currently. And I will also give you sneak peeks and ask you questions such that you can follow me along the journey and you can help me pick out my outfits or shoes or whatever. And someone on Reddit gave me that idea. So I think about it. Maybe you want to, and I will of course show everyone who contributes on the screen every time. And hopefully you can help me build a really good open community, because this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a community for us people, for us men, women, whatever, who wants to be themselves and who wants to encourage others to do it, where you can show pictures and you can ask for opinion and questions about how to do certain things. It would be awesome.